when I was out there in the streets, staying at the Holiday Inns, for all
Oh,
the
yeah.
different hotels that we had to stay at on our many adventures throughout, well, for me, the Big Ten network, but that is it's part of it, right? Like all of those stories. One stands out in particular, and it was the NFC Championship game. So it was the 2007 season. It's January because the playoffs 2008. It's the Giants versus the Packers. It is
In
minus
Green Bay.
35 degrees with the wind chill. Like this thing. And at the time, I'm working for Best Damn. So Best Damn Sports Show. So we went, and the conceit of that show was like late night fun, like, do whatever. John Sally, Chris Rose, the whole get along gang.
Yeah.
So I go, and we'll talk about this guy a lot. His name is Joel. He has to deal with us in all of our features and producing us over at Fox. So I'm working with Joel. He's producing this segment. The whole thing is just supposed to be like, I'm covering the NFC Championship game, but like in a fun way. So I see Eli Manning and I'm like, hey, let's catch a few passes from Eli Manning because he's not trying to concentrate on, I don't know, winning this game to go to the Super Bowl.
You're doing this?
Oh, yeah, pregame. This is pregame, Erin.
Oh, my gosh.
So I'm out on the field and Eli's so nice. He's like throwing me the ball and I'm like running around like a complete jackass.
NFC Championship, no less.
Yeah. Again, nobody's taking, like they shouldn't be concentrating at all. Yes, they should. They're looking at the time because my hair changes many colors and lengths. I think I was like some blonde fake weave like I've got going on right here. Running around on the field like a complete jackass. And all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see Mike McCarthy at midfield with Green Bay security around him, and he's pointing at me, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I would too. You're on the field?
Oh yeah, running around like
that's
an
not
idiot.
allowed.
Yeah. Oh, I'm like, this is going to be a great this is going to be a great feature, right? It's the whole like environment of what's happening.
Yeah.
Anyways, we only have 10 minutes left in this podcast. So I get escorted off the field by Green Bay security. Mind you, I'm working for Fox. Like Fox has the game. And still, Mike McCarthy had me escorted off the field because I was out of control. I wasn't even drinking. I wasn't allowed to drink. I wasn't drinking yet.
Yeah.
And so Joel, our producer, is so great. He's like, keep rolling to the camera guy. The camera guy was like, I'm going to get in trouble. He's like, it doesn't matter. Just keep rolling. So up the stairs, I get escorted out of Lambeau Field and threatened that I may never be allowed to come back there again. We go over to the hotel across the street. Joel and I are like, oh my God, did that just happen? But then, being a great producer, he's like, we have our feature. You just got kicked off Lambeau and we have all the elements we need for a great piece. Yeah, I haven't been back to Lambeau since. Actually, that's not true. I was there once.
Yeah. What were you guys trying to do? What was the feature supposed to be about? Like dorking around? It was just
like the environment of like an NFC. Yeah, it was just the environment of an NFC Championship game or like, a big game. And so Best Damn's like goofy and fun, but I think I took it a little too far. And Mike McCarthy, I have not seen him since. He wouldn't remember me anyways, but yeah. So that was the story for me. And we had footage of it, but it was so long ago because I'm 100 years old. I wasn't able to find it, but yeah, that was a good one for me.
What was it in the feature ran of him throwing you off?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was there any follow-up from Green Bay at all?
No, not. And in fact, I saw you at Lambeau last year when we were there. And I was afraid that I would be like on the like most wanted list in the security being like, don't let this chick on. But I was able to get through. So we're good. But yeah, so random.
I will say this about Lambeau, one of the best places to go, obviously the Mecca, but when you are allowed on the field, they are serious. They are very, very good about checking the credentials. That's not one. My dad's gotten thrown off. My husband's gotten thrown off. Like as soon as the game starts, security's like, yep, out of here. And
I'm in good company then. Yeah, we all got thrown off.
I know, but my dad wasn't catching passes from Eli. I mean, geez, Charissa.
Well, I just thought like he needed a few more, I mean, I wasn't running the correct route. So I was like, look, not all receivers run the right route. So maybe this is helping him prepare. And by the way, fun fact, who ended up winning that game? The Giants. So maybe I would like to take some credit for the Giants winning that game when they weren't supposed to. Michael Strahan.
Yeah. Wow. God, how cold was it, that game? Troy
always talks about... It was very warm at the Holiday Inn at the start of the game when, but before that, it was like one of the coldest games ever.
Mm-hmm. Troy said when he tried to go down to the field for a minute, his ears started getting numb, like what's it called? Hypothermia. And he was like, I'm going back to the booth. I mean, you didn't realize you were turning blue when you were catching passes from.
Hey, I didn't feel anything. Right? All I know is that I caught the passes and then got kicked out. So it all worked out.
Have you ever talked to Eli about this?
No, I actually should have brought it up the other day. Yeah. We did a watch party for the Super Bowl. Eli would be like, what? I don't remember that. Because, I mean, he doesn't know I'm getting kicked off the field.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy, though, not a fan.
I'm sure he had an idea. Those guys pick up on a lot of things. He probably
Well, maybe it
saw
was
this.
me doing snow angels somewhere around the 30-yard line that
my
he'll remember.
gosh.
I don't know. I'm a professional, Erin. Okay. I don't know what you want from me.
What
Well,
would
you're
Vince
busy
Lombardi
reporting on
say?
the game. I'm busy like at the kids' table.
Yeah. Oh, stop. You hold it down in the studio.